What is it about these non-stick pans that are non-stick for about 3 times and then they're not? As I said, with my non-stick pans sticking, I was looking to make a solution for it, find a solution, so I did. So we're going to demonstrate it today. Now, since my larger pan, this one, is all a pebbly surface, it doesn't appear as clear. So what I'm going to do is start with a smaller one and demonstrate it. So first things first, turn the temperature to medium, and you want to leave it until it heats up, and that's probably 3, 4, 5 minutes. And so we'll see you back then. So I can feel the pan starting to heat up. I usually hold my hand about 6 inches above, and looks good. So let's try with some water now. Just a drop. And you see how it's steaming? So it's not quite ready yet. It's getting there. And you see how it's floating? You see how those little droplets are floating? Let me show you more. That's the idea. And this has got some sort of Germanic professor's name, which I can't remember what it is. So first things first, let's lower it to low. Lower the temperature to low. And that's critical. That's absolutely critical. Otherwise the pan keeps on heating up and will result in your food sticking. A little bit of olive oil, and then a tiny bit of butter. So why the olive oil? Because it raises, otherwise the butter will start to burn and smoke quickly, and the olive oil raises that smoke temperature. So let's just get it around. So this is the smaller pan. I'm going to do the eggs in a moment. We've lowered the temperature, and in here I'm going to put, because what I don't know, let me get this in here first. Because what I don't know is, I know eggs cook rather quickly, but I don't know how quickly this other stuff cooks on low. Because remember, we're on low now. So you're going to experiment with me just as quickly. Let's throw some almost stale onions in there, and let's see what happens. So like I said, this was a German fellow who came up, German scientist, who came up with the idea or the theory. And what it is, his theory is that if the temperature is hot enough, then when you add the water, it doesn't immediately evaporate, because what happens is it immediately starts to steam on the bottom, and that forms a bit of a cushion which supports the rest of the water and helps it float around the surface of your pot. So basically it's creating its own non-stick version. Can't remember the guy's name, the professor's name. Schrodinger? No, I think that's got to do with a cat, that one. Heineken. No, that's a Dutch beer. Anyways, it's a German professor and he's a genius. So we've started the tomatoes and some beautiful ham from Farm Boys and some onions in here. We'll see how long that takes. And in the meantime, we're also going to do the same thing with my pebbleade. Pebbleade. So yeah, this will take about 3 or 4 minutes to heat up. So here we are, and we're going to try it now. Nope, still not ready. Almost, but still not. Let's try now. No, still steaming. By the way, the other pan with the vegetables, it took about the same amount of time as it usually does, and came out completely non-stick, so that's fantastic. It worked out well. Okay, we're almost there. Okay, we're there. Turn it down to low. You need to do that immediately, otherwise you're going to overheat the pot, and that's not what you want. Add the oil. Add the butter. Let's use all the butter because it's good. And like I said, we put the oil in with the butter, so the smoking temperature rises, is higher. Next, we're going with the eggs. Let's watch how quickly it works. Look at this. See how it's non-sticking? Can you believe the difference? And I think that it's actually fluffier than the one I did a couple of weeks ago. So this is just an absolutely fantastic technique that you must try. You want it non-stick? Here's the difference. Remember from a couple of weeks ago how sticky that pan was? Okay, we're good. Turn off the heat, that always helps. And we're going to plate. Sorry if the pan is in your way, but here we go. Look at that. Magnificent. Bon appetit, my friends. We'll see you next week. Don't forget to use this technique. I can tell you it will save you a ton of time cleaning up, and you'll be so happy. And not only that, but the food comes out great as well. Cheers, bon appetit, we'll see you next time. I think this other pot is ready, and it certainly is. You can see it bouncing around, so we immediately turn it down to low. Critical. Don't forget that, my friends. You have to turn it to low. Otherwise, it'll just keep on heating up the pot. A little bit of olive oil. Oops, I probably left it on too long. I did. As you can see, it's smoking. That's not good.